Today in our 2016 Honda Pilot, we're going to be test fitting the Yakima FullBack 2 bike rack, part number Y02634. We already have a bike installed on our rack, so let's go ahead and take a closer look and show off some of the features. This is one of the more higher end hatch-mounted bike racks that you're going to see out there. Starting at the ends here, we're going to have the patented Yakima bottle opener on one, and this comes with a lot of the Yakima bike racks. And on the other end, we're going to have the integrated cable lock. You would actually take it out, wrap it around the outer frame of the outer bike, and attach it to this point here and lock it in place to secure your bikes in place once everything's done. Moving to the cradles, these are going to be stationary, meaning they don't move back and forth or side to side. However, they do have this TPE padding at the base here, and that's going to act as kind of a shock absorber for your frame while you're traveling and help protect it. It's also going to be padded along the bottom side of our zip strips here as well, where it makes contact with your bike frame. It's going to hold your bike at 3 points. We'll have 2 zip strips up at the top tube here, one off to the side, which is going to serve as an anti-sway cradle to keep the bike from moving too far back and forth and causing bike-to-bike contact. Another thing about that anti-sway cradle is it does fold up out of the way when it's not being used, and if you have it folded up, it's going to make loading and unloading the bikes much easier. So a little tip for you there. Off to the side here, we do have this wheel strap. This helps hold the wheel in place so it doesn't make contact with the vehicle either. Now when both bikes are attached, there's a much longer strap that wraps around both bikes as well as the bike rack itself to keep everything nice and compact while you travel, to keep things from moving too far back and forth as well. So let's go ahead and take the bike off and set it aside. We'll start by removing our zip strips. Looking up here, you'll see that they have these tabs. There's going to be one on each side. You push these at the same time. That'll release them. And we'll lift it off. Now you can see how easier it was to lift off like that. Because if that was down, we'd actually have to kind of shimmy this back and forth, and it can get kind of ugly. Go ahead and put the zip strips back into position. Don't lose them. Push this up and out of the way as well. Alright, with it in this position, I'd like to give you a couple quick measurements. Measuring from the edge of the bumper to our outermost point, we've added about 29.5 inches to the rear of the vehicle. These arms do fold down for those close quarter situations such as parking to take away some of that edge there. And what you do is you come into the center here and you see these 2 light gray dials or hubs, which you just push up like so, and it'll help fold the arm down. And one thing to remember is you do want to hold on to these as you release them, because if you were to release them without, it would fall right down and possibly hit your vehicle. Again, measuring from the edge of the bumper, now we've only added about 10.5 inches, so that made a significant difference. How this is held into place, we're going to have 4 points of contact. We're going to have 2 straps up at the top, as well as 2 hooks at the bottom, and they are labeled as such. Now with this particular vehicle, the straps at the top have to be converted to anchor mode as opposed to using the hooks like you see at the bottom here. To do that, I have a strap here with me. So you can see it's labeled top, as it should be. What you do is you go to the center eyelet there, thread it through, and now it's in what we call anchor mode. And what this does is this sits on the inside of your vehicle. You would feed it through the top side and then to our buckle here. And that's how it rests in there so it doesn't damage the top portion of your hatch. Another feature I'd like to point out is that it does have these protected rubberized buckles here. So even when you're removing this, if it does make contact with your vehicle, it's not going to scratch or scuff it up. It also has padding where it makes contact with the vehicle, such as the rear windshield here and at the base. However, you will not be able to use your rear windshield wiper blade once this is installed, and you should remember that. In the center here, there's the black hub That's how you adjust it for different vehicles. Right now we have it at a setting of 5, but you always want to double check with your instructions to make sure that number is accurate. However, this also means that this can be used with a variety of vehicles. So if you have more than one, check the fit, and you might be able to use this with that as well. And there you have it for the Yakima FullBack 2 bike rack on our 2016 Honda Pilot. First we'll take it onto our slalom course. This will show you the side-to-side action, such as making turns or evasive maneuvers. Now we're at the alternating speed bumps. This will show you how it looks driving on uneven pavement or potholes. Finally, we're at the solid speed bumps, which simulates going into your driveway or parking lots.